Hello YouTube, I am back once again, and this time with some construction footage from this past Friday, which I believe was April 26th. We had our season pass preview night at Canada's Wonderland, and I took my brother and we went just because we always go, but we also really were curious to see if there would be any kind of construction evidence to see, and as you can tell by what's currently on the screen, there was a lot of construction to see. So I'm really glad I brought two cameras that night because I went back today. I'm recording this on Sunday, which is opening day of Canada's Wonderland for the general public, so not just season pass holders, but everybody. And I was there today, and they actually had security out today basically guarding the entire area, so you weren't allowed to walk on this dirt or stick your camera into the fence like we were doing on season pass preview night. So very lucky to have this footage, very excited to be sharing it with everybody, and feel free to comment if you have any questions about, things in person, what things look like, or if you would like any different footage, or if you would like me to try anything next time I go. I do obviously have a season pass. And I do plan on going regularly and doing sort of like a Wonderland vlog for the next 6 weeks until I leave Canada. So yeah, comment below what you'd like me to get some footage of, whether it's construction related or not, and I'm super excited to share more of this with you. Anyways, that said, you can see I was just pointing to something here, and that's because that little driveway going down into the lake has actually been there like that since, I want to say like a year and a half ago. Like, it's been there for more than one season, and I remember speculating online on some of the coaster enthusiast forums saying that, oh, this is evidence, they're going to do something around the lake, they're going to finally use the Skyrider plot, and I got shot down by fellow enthusiasts. They were like, no, that's just regular maintenance, blah blah, it's always like that, and I was just like, okay, whatever, and now I'm here to brag, so there you go. But I do have a little bit more insider knowledge to the park than some people. I used to work there myself, and my mom was a manager there for years. She was like middle management in the games department, but once you're a manager, you're in all the managers' meetings, and she's very close friends with the rides manager, who now knows that I do this kind of stuff, so I don't get as much insider information these days, but thanks to those previous years of insight, I have a little bit of extra knowledge as far as how things work, specifically at Wonderland. I can't really tell you about theme parks as a whole. Anyway, as you can see, I wasn't the only roller coaster enthusiast here. There were lots of people taking pictures and chatting. I honestly didn't stay to chat because I'm pretty antisocial, so I apologize if you saw me and I was really awkward and didn't say anything to you. Feel free to poke me and say hi if you ever see me at the park in the future. But that day I was just on a mission. Sorry, guys. So you can see I basically found every possible angle to get footage from. The first more than half of this video is just footage from my little handy cam. It's just a basic handheld point and shoot, has decent zoom capabilities, and I like that it has a built-in Steadicam function, so I don't have to... Oh hey, that looks like a photo booth that they've built there. Sorry, I'm literally just recording this as I watch my footage because I'm lazy, so I don't plan on doing much editing. But yeah, there were a lot of things that I didn't notice in person because, it was quite bright, it was a little harder to see on the camera screen in the moment, and so I'm now noticing a lot of things as I'm narrating this for you guys. This shaky-ass footage is just because I was showing you that they were literally letting us climb on top of stuff. It was kind of the Wild West on season pass preview night because the park was so quiet, and I think they do want the season pass holders to build up a little bit of hype for this for them. It's free advertising, right? So why not let us run the place for one night, get the footage that will get people excited, and do some free advertising for them. So yeah, so there's obviously lots of footers poured. This is clearly the yet unnamed, but in my opinion, Ziz ride that is coming to the park. If you're not familiar with why everyone thinks Ziz is going to be potentially the name for this ride, is because there is a legendary trio of monsters. Read the Bible, you'll find out about them, called Behemoth, Leviathan, and Ziz. Obviously, we already have Behemoth and Leviathan, so it makes sense that Ziz would be the next, and it has been talked about that this could be a flying coaster. And I believe, I haven't been on the forums in a while, honestly, like I said, I've just been antisocial lately, but I'm pretty sure that somebody has spotted flying coaster track in the back of the park in the employee-only areas. There may or may not be drone footage of that somewhere. I'm not going to include it in the video because I haven't asked anyone if I can use their property in this video, but feel free to check it out. I'm sure you can find it on CW Mania or on Theme Park Review or Ace or one of those websites will probably have some pictures of what else is going on here. So yeah, so you can see there's lots has already been done over the winter season, but obviously with a project this big where they needed to dredge the lake and, you know, dig underneath another ride and all that kind of crazy stuff, it can take a little bit longer. Oh, sidebar, this is the Kingswood Theatre where there's usually that big tent for Halloween Haunt. I was just walking by and thought I would film that they appear to be tearing stuff down there as well. Anyways, back to the coaster. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot to see. What you're peeking at here was behind sort of a green tarp. It just looks like some electrical stuff that they still have to leave that trench open. They're probably going to have to put more electrical or do more electrical work in that area, so that seems to be why they have it blocked off. And at this point, a security guard was coming, so we bolted. But then he didn't seem to care, so we chilled out. Yeah, this big tarp, there actually is track underneath. I don't know if you could see when I zoomed close to the tarped area over the lake, but you can see they've got some new footers that were freshly poured that are still tarped. They have those big holes in the ground, in the lake, and in that area where you're able to walk around tarped, because there actually is track installed in that hole. So obviously your first drop, what I'm assuming is the first drop, you're going to go in between that a little turnaround and vortex under the lake and back up, maybe over the walkway, we don't know yet. And that seems to be that it was probably easier for them to just put the track in while they had the lake fully drained over the winter and access to that area a little bit more easily, so they didn't have to drain the lake again next winter. So here's some aerial footage. The only thing I really want to say about this is that nobody told me not to have my camera out. I do know the rules at Wonderland. I had my camera literally strapped to my arm, so either they didn't notice or they didn't care, or maybe if it's actually physically strapped to your body, it's okay. I don't really know. Like I said, nobody told me not to do it, so I did it. Here's the footage. Sorry about your luck, Wonderland. If you didn't want me to get this footage, you should have more strict rules than that, I think. Yeah. So the one thing I want to say about this, and the best footage I got here, I slowed it down a little bit extra. I slowed it down as much as I could without it being super blurry, because I really wanted you to see the scope of this project. Like, it goes all the way basically into the splash park and right up to Mindbuster. So it's going to be pretty big. I think it's going to be a twisted monster. It's probably going to be hella fun to ride if it is a B&M, which I think, again, last time I looked at the forums, that was the speculation about the track. Please comment if I'm wrong. I promise I'll do more research before my next video. This all happened very fast. Plus I was hosting people this weekend, so I was very busy and distracted while trying to put this video together. But yeah, so there's a little bit more overhead footage. And I will post another video because, like I said, I was at the park today for opening day, and there is a lot of work going on in what used to be that walkway behind Timberwolf Falls there. There were trucks there today. The head of rides, the gentleman that I told you my mom is good friends with and that I know quite well, I won't drop names because I don't want to get him in trouble, but he was back there. In fact, I was trying really hard to like sneak a peek over a fence, and he actually like face to face caught me. Like, he was standing right there on the other side. It was kind of funny. Here in the Coaster Wild, we have a few of these things. We're not sure what they are, where they came from, but they look like they probably should not be on the ground. So we're gonna put them back on the ground. Excellent. But yeah, there you go. There's the overhead footage. So now I'm gonna switch to my better camera. Like I said, I brought more than one camera for two reasons. One, because that handy cam is really great for taking it on rides because I can strap it to my clothes or my body. But this is the T6i, so this is an actual DSLR, just with my standard 25 to 50 something milliliter lens. I don't know, it's the standard lens. So nothing fancy, just my recreational camera. But I thought it might get some better quality footage, so I took it back out and we did another lap around the construction zone. From my footage today, I haven't even started editing the video from opening day yet, but the tarp here was blowing around like crazy. I think the straps at the bottom actually broke, and you could physically see the track clear as day. I'm hoping my camera picked it up. It was very bright, not 100% sure, but my goodness, it was really cool to like get that sneak peek, and the security guard was laughing at me sitting there for like 20 minutes with my camera zooming in as much as I could. So yeah, I'm going to stop narrating now because I don't know if there's anything more to say. I really just wanted to make it clear that I tried my best not to break any rules to get this footage. No employees tried to even stop me at any point. I was open to being stopped if I was breaking any rules. I didn't at any point try to hide my cameras. They really did seem to want us to be taking pictures and to be starting buzz about this ride. So I think it's a good thing that we were out there and that they didn't put big blockades up so that people can get excited about this. Let me know what you think about the potential name. I'm going to share some information. I'll do a separate video on Ziz itself, like the actual, I don't want to say character, but mythical creature, and why I think it's not a shitty name, because I know everybody seems to hate the idea of this name, but why I think it's not only a cool creature, but would make a really cool trilogy of rides in the park, and how that can be tied into merchandise, because that's a big ticket as well. A lot of people don't realize how much they really make off of the like ride battle t-shirts that they sell for Leviathan and Behemoth, and the plush toys and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this footage. I will shut up for the last minute or two. And thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below with your thoughts, questions, or suggestions. Thanks, bye!